There's 3 golf courses at Rayon Green Valley. One of them's called Silky Oak. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome back to the channel. As I said at the top of the show, today we are off to Silky Oaks, which is one of 3 golf courses at the Rayon Green Valley property complex. Whoa. Put the music down. Yeah, so as I was saying, 3 golf courses at Rayon Green Valley. Today we're playing Silky Oak. Just to say a little bit about Silky Oak. Nice little golf course. Typically we don't play it too often because we always typically stay at the better golf course, which is Rayon Green Valley, but for sure there'll be a competition today, so we're being forced over to Silky Oak, which is not a bad thing because change is good, every now and then at least. And anyway, let's say this golf course was established in 2010, I think it was. So we got to see it being built when we were playing Rayon Green Valley, and the other golf course for information is St Andrews 2000, which is a golf course which is famous for its 2 par 6s. Yep, so that's also probably do a video about St Andrews Green Valley as well as Green Valley golf course later, but I want to wait and get drone footage because I've had some indication I can get my drone up in the air, and I just think those 2 golf courses are fantastic, especially Green Valley, so I want to do it justice and get some really good footage. Yeah, and then take you through a guide through those particular courses hole by hole using drone footage. So but we'll get to that maybe later in the year. In any case, so what can we say about Silky Oak, the golf course itself? Nice little layout, quite, I would say, friendly, good for mid-handicappers, high handicappers. There is some really good risk-reward type holes. The par 3s are quite unique. You've got a short one, a par 3 that shoots up into the heavens. Yeah, so it's some really tricky dog legs as well. But overall, it's a good test. It's certainly worthwhile playing. Not sure how much it's going to cost today, but should be less than 2,000 baht, so not too bad. Just coming to the end of the high season now, so it's important to get these games of golf in before they start holly tying in all the greens, as they do at the end of the high season. So in any case, without further ado, we shall speak to you later. Let's do a fast forward and get to the golf course. Right, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, just getting set up, just driven nearly 10 minutes to get to the first tee box. Unfortunately we're playing off the 10th today, I think it is. Maybe the first tee, we'll wait and see. But anyway, yeah, we've arrived at the golf course. So far, yeah, so we've got the monthly medal today, so it should be interesting. And 12 golfers to contest the Jesleys monthly medal, so that should be interesting. In the background here, you've got St Andrews in the background there, that par 3, I think it's the 5th, I think it is, but anyway, well, that's another review for another day. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the protagonists teeing off. Right, we're at Silky Oaks. Let's get this guiding review underway, and we're at hole 1, which is the par 5, stroke index 11. Normally plays 492 yards off the whites. You can just see up there on the illustration we got the blue markers 200 yards out, 150 is the white, and red is 100 yards marker out from the center of the green, so it's just for information. You'll see in the video as well, I've got some orange, if you like, markers for carry, just to give you know, a better understanding of what sort of the line you need to take off the tee. Anyway, let's crack on. So pretty straightforward, this par 5. If anything, hug the right hand side of the fairway, should set you up pretty well. For the big hitters, you can reach this 1 and 2, but it's a pretty simple par 5. You can hit your drive and then just knock it past that tree in the middle of the fairway to get in between the 100 and 150 yard marker. If you achieve that, you're in great position, and you should have a relatively short shot into this. Very elongated green, slopes a bit from the sort of the middle to the, or from the back to the front, so just be wary of that. Best to be staying under the hole. But yeah, great starting hole at Silky Oaks. Hole sequence does change sometimes, so if this video might be a bit outdated sometimes, but this is the way it was when I played it, and as per the card. Right, we're on to the second hole, which is par 4 at Silky Oak. It's stroke index 3. It's over the water, plays from the whites, 390 yards. So very important that you focus on your line off the tee here. If you want to be going probably just over that bunker for the longer hitters, possibly with a tad of fade just to capture that center of the bunker. If you aim to the left of the bunker, you can see there's a 240 yard, 43 yard carry. If you hit the ball further than that, it's just going to go straight in the tree. So this is where you need to have a better understanding of taking the correct line off the tee. In any case, let's think positively. You're going to shoot this one off the tee, over the bunker on the right, find the middle of that fairway, and that'll leave you something like 140 yards in. Slightly elevated green, usually slopes from back to front, but yeah, it's all about the tee shot here, finding the fairway, give yourself an opportunity of shooting in the middle of the green. If you achieve that, shooting in the middle of the green, then you're doing pretty good. If you get out here with a par, it's a very good par. Right, we're on to hole number 3. It's Silky Oaks. It's a par 4. It's the hardest hole on a golf course. Stroke index 1 off the whites. It's normally 433 yards, but because of the difficulty of this particular hole, all up the hill, normally plays about 385 yards. Slightly dogleg. You've got to obviously some water to carry, but that shouldn't be too challenging. It's about 150 yard carry. But if you achieve that, slight dogleg to the right, so again, aiming off the tee, picking that line off the tee is quite important, but think positively. You're going to shoot down the middle, try and get it past that 150 yard marker. You can see then the orange is a 250 yard carry, so again, it's just emphasizing the line is important, because if you aim to the left and you pull it a little bit, you'll be on the other fairway or in the trees, so just be wary of that. Challenging green to hit this. Is slightly elevated, slopes more or less from the back to the front, but I think positively you're going to shoot into the middle of the green and you achieve that, and if you do get a par here, that's a very, very good par. So cracking hole. Right, we're on to the 4th hole at Silky Oaks, par 4, stroke index 13. Not too of a challenging, but this is where you've got to put your thinking hat on. It's a dog leg to the right. You can see the carries there, 185, and there's another one up there at 275 yards. You possibly could get quite close to this green if you are a long driver, but you can roll up a big number if you can't find your ball, or it goes off the back, or you pull it into the trees, or you lose it in the trees on the right. So my advice is you just play this. The best way is just hit something that goes 185 yard carry, and you achieve that, then you're going to leave yourself with something like 130 yards into the green. The green does slope away from the front to the back, and then there's a let's say a slope at the back of the green where it falls off. So you definitely want to leave yourself with a full shot into this green, and if you set yourself up from the tee, get it in the middle of the green, a possible birdie chance, but yeah, a 4 is also very good on this hole. All right, we're on to the 5th hole. It's the first par 5 at Silky Oaks, stroke index 5. Normally plays slightly further forward than the actual white tees on the card. It's 525 yards. Just got to be wary of that, mate. You can see the carry there. It's sort of there's a throat where the fairway narrows a bit, so you don't necessarily need driver off here. A 3-wood's good if you can hit it about 230, 240. That's a nice sort of tee shot off this tee. which sits in the middle of the lake. And then if you achieve that, you set yourself up for basically a layup position. You don't want to be trying to go for this green in two. It's very, very challenging. You can certainly damage your card if you try and do that. So sensible option is just plot it down the fairway somewhere between the 100 and the 150 yard marker. Leave yourself a wedge into the green. Green slopes from back to front, protected by bunkers left and right, but still a generous green. You should be able to hit it from a wedge distance out. You achieve that, get on the green, possible birdie chance here, but par's not too bad as well. Main thing is trying to avoid all that water as you navigate your way to the green, but cracking par 5. Okay, we're on to hole number 6, par 4, stroke index 9. Nothing too complicated about this hole. Just got to be wary of this ravine on the left hand side. Lots of bushes, and yeah, you lose your ball in that, forget about it. So you just got to be concentrating on hitting a club that can carry 225 yards. I mean, the safe route is just aim out to the right side of the fairway. Plenty room there. Even if you push it in the trees or anything like that, sometimes you've still got a shot to the green. So it's all about the tee shot here to set yourself up for a success on this hole. So thinking positively, you're going to shoot it down the middle, carry that 225 yards. Don't necessarily need a driver. Certainly better sometimes just to have a full shot into this green, get a bit closer to the green. Green does slope a little bit from the front away to the back, and there's a little slope at the back of the green, so you definitely don't want to be long on this hole. Generous green, just shoot to the middle. If you achieve that, and then you're in great shape and should walk out here with a par. At only 330 yards, it's a pretty simple hole, but you can mess it up if you make the wrong decision off the tee. Okay, we're on to hole number 7. It's a par 3, stroke index 17. Yeah, very nice par 3 this. It's got a big undulation leading up to the green, slightly elevated green I would say, but generous. You've got 155 yards to the front, 180. You definitely don't want to be short, otherwise you're going to be chipping up onto a pin that you can't see. So usually plays 168 yards, so as per the let's say the card, so that's good. So you just want to hit something in the middle of the green. No heroics here. Try not to go flag hunting. Shoot in the middle of the green, and you achieve that, you set yourself up for an easy par 3. Bunkers protecting the front left and to the right of the green, but yeah, it's a cracking par 3, this one. Okay, we're on to the 8th hole now. It's a par 5, stroke index 7. Lots of risk and reward in this particular hole. Very, very interesting hole. Normally plays 462 yards, but as you can see here, there's lots of water, a bit of an island green jutting back out into the lake. So yeah, the 2 ways to play this. I'll describe both ways, but yeah. First of all, you're going to shoot conventional ways, just hit down to that 200 yard marker. It's about 240 yard carry, something like that. For the bigger hitters, you want to be hugging the left hand side of the fairway, so you avoid those bunkers, and for the really big hitters, avoid the water. And then the conventional ways, just definitely play this as a 3-shotter, shoot it further up there, then and just leave yourself in with a wedge, 125, 130 yards into the green. Generous greens, so not too bad. Just make sure you do get it over the water. So that's certainly the conventional way to play it, and definitely more chances, in my experience, of having a birdie that way than the other way. And so the other way is the same tee shot again, however, getting nearer to the bunker on off the tee, off the right hand side, and then you can see the carry from there would be only 185 yards. So for the big hitters, or whoever can hit those consistent shots, just over 200 yards, you know, in the air and fly all out of water, possibility of eagle here. But yeah, great cracking par 5, and great risk reward for whichever option you may take. Right, we are on to hole number 9, last hole on the front 9. It's a par 3, stroke index 15. Normally plays as per the card, so 160 yards. You've got 148 to the front, 174 to the back, so quite generous green. Just stay away from the right hand side. If the pin is on the right hand side, don't go flag hunting. Bad idea. You could go quite easily in the right hand bunker or even in the water. It's quite exposed here, the wind can blow that ball away, so just always favour the left side of the green if anything. Just make sure you had a club that's it's a little bit further than that 148, so you carry that bunker. But yeah, so the shot is, if you can, left side portion of the green. If you achieve that, you're always going to set yourself up for a possible birdie, but also basically making sure you get a solid par out this hole. But great final hole on the front nine. So yeah, cracking par 3. Right, thought I'd do a bit of a halfway house about Silky Oaks. Yeah, I mean, great layout, and but a bit scraggy, the golf course. I've seen it in better condition than this, but yeah, greens are okay, tee box is okay, fairways could do with a bit of a haircut, but yeah, enjoying it so far, and we'll give a final verdict later. Right, let's get on to the back nine. So we're at hole number 10, par 4, stroke index 2. It's not too long, it's only 369 yards off the card. Normally plays a little bit further forward, 327 yards. The key tip about this particular hole is dispense with the driver, even 3-wood. You just want to hit a ball that's about 200 yard carry. You achieve that, you're setting yourself up for a shot into the green, because it does, the throat does go a little bit more narrow, so if you just push or pull your driver, you're going to be blocked out by the tree. So laying back, but still leaving yourself with a wedge into the green. Green's slightly elevated, and so shooting down the middle, you achieve that, you're in great shape, and then set yourself up for a shot into the green. Like I say, green slopes from the back to the front, so hopefully with a wedge you're not going to be pulling it or pushing it too much. Should be able to find that center of the green, and you achieve that, and then you're in great shape. If you get out here with a par, it's always a good outcome. Okay, we are on to hole number 11. It's the first par 5 in the back nine, stroke index 8. Quite the long one, 535 yards off the car, but normally it'd bring the tees forward, so 495 yards. Just be wary of where your aim point is off the tee. Ideally, you want to be shooting over that bunker. I mean, if you're a short hitter, just aim to the left. As long as you're not going to be carrying it more than 250 yards, you'll be okay. For the longer hitters, you definitely want to be shooting over that right-hand side bunker off the tee. So you keep it on the fairway, and if you achieve that, you're in great shape. After that, you could possibly go for the green for the bigger hitters. Not advisable. This is a hole where you can run up a bit of a cricket score, because if you just tug it left or you push out to the right, it just makes it challenging. So the recommendation is here is just lay up somewhere near that 100-yard marker. If you achieve that, you've got a nice simple pitch into the green. Green does slope a little bit from the front down to the back here, so you just got to be wary of that, hence why a full shot into the green is always a bit of a preference here. But shooting in the middle of the green, you'll be in great shape, set yourself up for possible birdie, but a par is no great shame walking off this particular hole. So yeah, cracking par 5. Right, we are on to hole number 12. It's a par 3, normally plays as per the card 137 yards. Great little scenic hole, not too challenging. Of course, you've got to carry that water, and the trick is here, if the pin is at the front, don't go flag hunting. You just want to really go for the center of the green here, because it does slope a little bit from the back to the front. So being in the middle of the green, or even the back, it can roll back into the center of the green, is always a good outcome. So quite generous. You've got about more or less 20 yards front to back on this particular green. Anyway, thinking positive, you're going to shoot to the middle of the green. If you achieve that, you're you're going to get yourself a definite par for sure, and always a possibility of a birdie here as well. But as I say, don't go flag hunting if the pin's at the front. Just shoot for the middle of the green as the advice on this particular hole. So yeah, cracking par 3. Okay, we're on to hole number 13, par 4, stroke index 12. Normally plays as per the card, so 350 yards off the whites. Bit of a tip on this particular hole is You really just want to hit something like about 225 yards. If anything, try and keep to the left side of the fairway. There's a huge downslope just past that tree in the fairway on the right, and you can get into a bit of trouble there. For the bigger hitters, yes, you could go a little bit closer to the green, but you can find trouble pretty quick as well. So advice here is just hit something 220 yards off the tee, down the middle. If you achieve that, you're setting yourself up in a great position to give yourself a full shot into the green. Yeah, pretty flat greenness, nothing too much but quite generous. The green is also, but yeah, shooting to the sort of left hand side of the green is better, because there is quite a significant slope to the right hand side going down the down by the side of the green, so you want to avoid that situation. But shoot into the center of the green, you'll be doing good and set yourself up for 2 putts. You get a par here, it's quite a good outcome. Okay, get ready for your nosebleed, because we're just about to go right up into the mountain here, if you like, the highest point on the golf course. You've got this significantly elevated green from the actual tee box. Yeah, it looks like you're looking up into the sky. So normally plays 126 yards. Just be wary of the wind here. So if you think it's 126 yards, such as the elevation, you're going to need a 9, for example. So whatever is your club to hit the 126 yards, think one more extra club, then you'll get to the green. You definitely don't want to be the right or short. If anything, the miss for this particular hole is off to the left, at least as the slope is not so severe to the left of the green. You'll see what I mean when you get there, and you'll see by the footage. Quite a generous green, 115 yards to the front and 141 yards to the back. But just shooting to the middle of this green, you can certainly run up a cricket score here if you're not careful. So just shoot to the middle of the green. If you achieve that, you're in great shape. Always possibility of a birdie here, and of course just walking off this hole with a par is a fantastic outcome. So yeah, but cracking par 3, and take time to go to the drink stop and take in the scenery. It's quite spectacular. Okay, hole number 15, coming back down the mountain. It's a par 4, stroke index 4. Normally plays as per the card, so 372 yards off the whites. Here you just need to be thinking about the tee shot and carry. So you'll see here by the illustration, if you can carry it 225 yards, that's perfect, and you'll end up in the center of the fairway. For the bigger hitters, yes, you could go for the green, but not advisable, because you can run up quite the score here for you to try that. So the advice is just shoot down to that 225 yard carry, and then you'll stay into the fairway. In the summertime it can get really hard pan there, so even if if you carry it a little bit further than that 225, you can actually run out of fairway. So yeah, that's the advice here. Minimal carry, and then you'll hold that fairway and then shoot into the middle of the green. Some slope on this green, you'll sort of more from the sort of left hand side of the green, sloping down towards the water, but center of the green is good here, and possibility of a birdie, but a par's not too shaky either on this particular hole. Hole number 16, it's a par 4, stroke index 6. It's a slight dogleg to the left, so if you have a bit of a draw off the tee, that's favourable. Certainly get yourself a little bit further down there, but it's quite a generous fairway. You definitely want to miss all the rubbish on the left, so if you snap hook it, you could be in big trouble. Normally plays 388 yards off the whites, so that's yeah, definitely reachable without any issues. Shoot down the middle, you'll probably get somewhere between the 150 and the 100 yard marker, leaving yourself in with 125 yards into the green. Shouldn't really get anywhere near that bunker on the right, so just think about your second shot depending where the pin is. If anything, you want to favour the left hand side of the short left, if you like, is a good miss, and then you still have an easy chip and putt. But centre of the green is also good, and yeah, if you achieve that, you're in great shape, and to walk off here with a par is pretty good, and yeah, fantastic par 4. The final par 3 on the golf course, it's hole number 17. It's a par 3 and stroke index 14. Normally off the whites, the card is playing 164, but they normally bring the tees forward on this particular hole because it is quite the challenging hole. So normally plays 145 yards. It's quite generous, 134 yards to the front, 156 at the back, and we definitely don't want to be going left here, that's for sure. And the green's slightly elevated as well, so yeah, you can think about whatever club you're hitting, hit one more. If the flag is at the front, don't go flag hunting. Again, just you look for that yardage in the middle of the green, and if you shoot that into the middle of the green, play a good shot in the middle, set yourself up for an easy par 3. It's a great hole, but you can have some high scores here if you're not quite sure and aware of how to best play this hole. So yeah, cracking par 3, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, we have reached the final hole. Hole number 18 finishes off with a par 5. It's stroke index 10. Normally plays 490 yards here. You do need to be a bit wary of the tee. If you do push it a little bit too much to the right, there's a bit of out of bounds stakes on that side of the fairway in the trees. So you can see here, you just really need to maybe carry something 225 yards. That will set you up with ability to shoot a second shot just over the water and set yourself up for a shot for the green. So for the bigger hitters, you can take some more off the corner, but you do run a risk of possibly going into the trees. So yeah, I mean, for the big hitters, if you can hit a big shot with a fade, that's perfect shot. But otherwise, recommended to play 3-shotter here. So off the tee, 225, 30 yards. That'll leave you 200 out, so even then you could possibly still reach the green in 2, but it's not advisable to go for a 2. Just shoot to probably the left-hand side of the fairway, if anything, for your second shot. Leave it as a 3-shot to go into this hole. Green slopes from the back to the front, so yeah, giving yourself a nice half-pitch shot into this green should hopefully set you up to get close to the pin and possible birdie, but if not, then getting off here with a par is a great finish, and it's a fantastic finishing hole. And hopefully this guiding review is going to make you shoot a lower score than what you would do if you knew nothing about the golf course. So anyway, let's go to the final verdict. Right, it's time for the final verdict. So we've just got off the golf course, Silky Oaks. Yeah, always quite challenging to play. It's you've got to think your way around this golf course, and hopefully this hole by hole guide and review will help you play this course a lot better. A lot of risk and reward holes, and you can definitely get some birdies if you hit it straight off the tee. Competition of the course, a little bit scraggy. I mean, the fairways could do with a bit of a haircut, but otherwise not too bad. It's more or less the same condition as I always expect it, but it's a little bit of the poor cousin compared to the St Andrews and the Green Valley golf course, but nevertheless it's always good fun to play there. What else can we say? 1600 baht, so 1600 baht to play the golf course, not too bad. So value for money there. Otherwise, yeah, I think we'll definitely play it again. Got interrupted by the caddy there, giving me Chris Smart's net 67. Chris played well today. He's playing in our group, so yeah, very good. Well done, Chris. I'm sure he's won the monthly meltdown with that score. Lowly 84 for me, not very good, less 11, so 73 net, so no chance of winning with that. But never mind, it's been good fun, good day out, and I hope you enjoy this guide and review. And if you haven't already, it helps to grow the channel. Please hit the like, hit the subscription button and the notification bell, and hopefully we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.